Hello everyone, welcome to Haley Moon Tarot. This is your energy update. Let's see what's coming in. I'm just going to leave this random. Maybe next one I'll ask another question. All right, what's coming in? What does the collective need to know? There we go. Yeah, King of Pentacles, stability. Yeah, Eight of Wands. This is someone's gaining momentum, ready to make some kind of move. It's often someone who's going to communicate. Yeah, do you see someone knowing? This is someone who knows someone's open, available. Yeah, they're definitely someone who's been patient. There's been patience, but I also feel this is someone, it has to do with someone being the other person's type, trying something different. Ooh, yeah, someone's just being patient. They're not quite ready to take action. When they do, it's going to come in very quickly. Now, I do feel some of you could have multiple opportunities. Yeah, we have the Empress here. Ooh, and the King of Cups. Yeah, some of you got multiple opportunities. You've got it. And I've been seeing this for a lot of people. And it could be because you're taking a step back, maybe feeling someone's not your type. They're not taking action. You could be doing a little thinking, but this is someone who's often open, letting people know they're open. Yeah, open to the King of Cups. Yeah, we have a couple. Yeah, some of you are going to couple up with someone. But yeah, but I do see someone here who maybe not your type for some reason, or you feel something is off. Yeah, and it could be, like I say, yourself. You could be on a break from someone, taking a time out. But I think some of you, one of these people is someone who's hard to pin down. Yeah, I'm getting the vibe one of these people is, because I'm sensing this been there, done that with someone. It's showing me. Let's have a look at the King of Pentacles. Yeah, someone kind of secretive here, someone who keeps a lot of things to themselves. Yeah. I do see the Magician. This is often, if this is someone stable, they likely won't say anything. I do feel the Empress is someone manifesting. Why? How do you manifest? By letting people know you're open and available. That's what it is. Yeah. This is actually someone, though, they have everything they need to provide. Yeah, so I do think this is an energy of moving on from someone's avoiding. So there's avoidance. But yeah, it's also the energy where you might be feeling something is off because this is someone not taking action. Now, it could be someone from a distance, but it's about sort of avoiding something and moving on. Someone who they're either at a distance or they just aren't taking the time or have the time. Yeah, and if you feel like you need to protect yourself, yeah. So I feel like you're not going to budge or give in to someone here too. And I do think it's someone who could be set in their ways. They kind of keep things to themselves. They may be a little stubborn, see, not taking any action. So, yeah. If you feel something's off, it probably is. Tell me about the Queen of Cups. Yeah, it's about receiving communication. It's about a person, again, the usual, following through, not budging. So if you have someone who's done this, it's been there, done that. You're protecting yourself. You're not going to give in because this also holds a pentacle. In other words, you're not going to bend over backwards to please someone. I think it's just about changing the focus here. Yeah, I feel like you're trusting your intuition. It's telling you something is off. This person may not be right, or that maybe they're not interested. Who knows? I don't think you're going to be spending a whole lot of time on that. To me, it looks like someone who doesn't follow through or, yeah. Tell me about the Four of Swords. Yeah, so this is an energy of, I feel, just clearing things out, moving on, and kind of thinking about it. But yeah, it's someone who's in action. They're not moving. So in other words, you're not budging. Your intuition's guiding you. Yeah, often just to be open to someone else. Someone different than your usual type, or someone who actually is. It could go either way. But it's your intuition telling you. Yeah, it's an energy of someone not really... See, it's an energy of someone else reaching out, a little test. So someone's going to reach out and test here. Yeah. But it's someone who isn't reciprocating. That's the thing. They're not taking action. And it is swords. So, like I say, it's either what they're thinking or they're just not communicating. They're not doing nothing. No action. Yeah, it's about getting out there. I do see Ten of Pentacles, long-term stability, but it's an energy of feeling safe, secure, somebody who's stable. They definitely are, but they're not someone who's very generous with their time, their energy. They don't really want to take the time, I feel. In fact, they could be avoiding you. So I think you're going to avoid a disaster and be open to someone else. If you are the feminine, if you're the masculine here, it just depends. You may be not interested in someone. I mean, if you are that King of Pentacles, you may feel like someone's trying to take advantage, or they're, because this is often exploitation or someone who takes advantage. If you feel something is off, like I say, this is someone who usually bends over backwards to please, but I don't think the Empress doesn't do that. No. You're not sacrificing, put it that way. Yeah. I see a whole new cycle. So I feel you've got another energy. Who is this King of Cups? This is someone confident in how they feel. They've tamed the beast, so they have self-control and confidence. Nice. Yeah, this is someone who's not afraid of putting themselves out there. You could connect with this person at a large gathering. Could be a family thing, or it's just someplace out there, indoors, outdoor. Could be a park, a restaurant, a pub, a coffee shop, anyway, even a place of work, a place of business. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, and I also feel this is another interesting High Priestess. Something about business or nobody's business. Someone who keeps things to themselves. They protect their money. They don't share a lot because it's no one's business. Yeah, and I like I say, I feel like your intuition's just telling you this is someone who's just not quite right here. Yeah. Anyone who doesn't budge or give in, or they don't take action. I mean, I see someone just kind of being like turned off by someone who does that. They don't follow through, or yeah. Anyway, we're not going to worry about that. Let's focus on this new cycle, this energy, something about the timing. Someone coming in at the right time here. Yeah, it's the Empress putting themselves out there. Empress, yeah, there's the cup. Getting your cup filled. You have an opportunity coming in. This is the person offering you the cup. So I feel like that's what you're focused on. Some of you are just, it's about changing focus, letting someone else know that you're open. I don't think you're making yourself available to this person anymore. But I'm going to just check. There's something I need to see. See, this is secretive, deception, dishonesty, mind games, whatever it may be. Yeah, it's a feeling of defeat, Yeah, that's all. The Empress is healed. The Empress is someone who just, it's like, just no longer going to reciprocate to this person. It's likely what's happened in the first place. Yeah, see, releasing it. This is someone who doesn't have your best interest at heart. They only have their best interest at heart. This is why that need to protect yourself, to not budge and give in. Because you can't trust this person. But they also have trust issues, you see. This is someone who has issues they need to sort out. Been there, done that. Let's have a look at the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, if you compare one to the other, nothing compares. This person's emotionally available, mature. They just put themselves out there, because they're also letting you know they're open, available. Yeah, they wear their heart on their sleeve. Yeah, good morals and values. I do think communication will be decent with this person. It's about being on the same page. Yeah. Something about the two of you. Schedules, routines, and timing. Somebody who makes time. Yeah. I think some of you are looking at something here too. Somebody's history of deception, dishonesty, mind games. That's why I feel like you're looking at. There's something that the Empress has learned here too. Yeah, well, the Empress knows. The Empress learns often the hard way, like everybody else, not to budge and give in. Yeah. I do think there's a little inner struggle comparing, but I do think this is someone who procrastinates because they have trust issues. They feel maybe you're trying to take advantage of them. But inadvertently, people like that are really cheap or don't put a lot of effort in, they don't communicate, they're often the one doing it. So possibly a little projection. Tell me about the Hierophant. The Hierophant, yeah, this is somebody who will commit. Somebody who'll commit. It's a person who actually follows through. So I feel like if you've got a choice, nothing compares. Someone here is going to follow through. But if you are, I mean, I do think the King of Pentacles could be the person doing this. Should I or shouldn't I? Yeah. Reach out. Will they reciprocate now? See, because I feel it's an energy of, this is a situation where it kind of, something feels off. It doesn't turn out necessarily as one would expect. But, and again, I'm seeing the same energy. This other situation could turn out better. And it could be just a hopeful energy, feeling like this turns out better. I mean, you're about to receive here. So the Empress is about to receive. Yeah. Look at, yeah, this could be a little gift, flowers, somebody showing you they like you. King of Cups can be very generous. See, nothing compares. This person's going to be very generous with their feelings, emotions. They like to give little gifts and do nice things. Often little sentimental things to show their affection. Aw, yeah, this is somebody very sweet. It's a person who wants love. They probably long for love, but some of you are romanticizing and thinking about another person who didn't do these things. And that could be just what's happening here. Somebody who doesn't do it. Yeah. Whoa. I feel here, let me have a look at this Ten of Pentacles. Something popped into my head. Yeah, there it is. See, opportunity coming in. Been there, done that, releasing it. I think you know this situation doesn't serve. I think you know it's best to just let it go. I do feel that moment where you realize it isn't really meant to be. But this other person comes in quickly. I do see a lot of talk, communication. See, if you reach out to this person, if you were to reach out and talk, they like to talk. They'll be on it because they want to be here. They want to be with you. Yeah, nice. Tell me more about this King of Cups. Let's see who else this person is. They're emotionally available, ready. Yeah, they are that person. They like to share. See, they like to share. It makes them feel good. All warm and fuzzy. Someone with a big heart. Yeah, this is definitely a person who comes in planning, preparing, kind of hopeful. So there's a lot of hope. But it's also someone who will give you a lot of attention. Yeah. Now, the only thing I see, yeah, you're going to get a lot of attention. They're going to show you that they want this to be long term. Okay, they want this to go the distance. That's what they're going to do, is do nice things, little gifts, spend time, talk to you because they want it to go the distance. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, they put in a lot of effort. It shows they want to build, right? They put in effort. They're buying little things, doing nice things. Yeah, they are a sentimental kind of person, but I'm trying to see what they could do for a job. I mean, the King of Cups can be a doctor, a male nurse. They can be caregiver, something to do with children. And often it is somebody who has a love of children, home, family kind of energy. They can be a cook, like a chef. They are stable, but they do work. They put in effort, perfecting their craft. And they try to be. They are a bit of a perfectionist, like they like to perfect things, do things. Trying to figure out for a job. Yeah, there's definitely, they know a good thing, so there's opportunity. This is someone who is always creating other opportunities to be with you. You're going to get a lot of attention. So the negative is they might be a little needy at times, but I do think this is someone who's probably just getting themselves out there. I wouldn't be surprised because they also have that been there, done that. Yeah. I'm tired of sitting around doing nothing. The other person up here too, like I say, they don't put in a lot of effort. There's different than this other person. See, they're not, these two people are not the same. One of them's kind of lazy. Yeah, they're lazy. I do think they're already stable, so I feel maybe they're retired. I don't know. I mean, it could be someone just becoming complacent and kind of lazy here. Often the Four of Swords is someone who just kind of lays around with the remote. But yeah, that's why I feel some of you are out of here, you know. It's all about putting in effort. Someone here just can't be bothered. So the other energy is, I really want to know this person. I mean, dentist, anyone who works in healthcare where there's kindness, compassion, the need to care. But I often see this as a very nurturing in other ways, like cooking. They often like a clean home. I mean, they're going to do things to try to impress you. They're going to do something to impress you here. So your first impression at first might be a little off. If you are having a date or connecting with one person back to back, and then you kind of sit back and decide, often the Empress is the one in control, so, and it shows right here, yeah. So it's about interest, investing. Just kind of being patient here. But it's about learning about each other's interests. See, they want to learn about things that you're interested in. I do think they are patient. I do think they're going to give you little gifts. They're very hopeful that that'll pay off. And I do feel the Empress is kind of feeling the same here. Just being a little patient, taking the time here. Yeah, I kind of like this energy. I feel like this person's, except for like they could be a little needy and need a lot of attention at first. But like I say, it's because they likely are just getting out there. They know a good thing when they see it. It's like they can't get enough of you. They're always creating opportunity, I feel, to be together, you know. Yeah. I see schedules, routines, definitely the energy of planning. But I do think it's about first impressions, trying to impress you. Yeah. Tell me more about the Seven of Cups. Yeah, this is, yeah, so it does have to do with someone who's comes in pretty fast. They need a lot of attention, so they are actually chasing you. But it's an energy of being patient, no pressure. So they might, I'm going to be honest, I feel like it's the Empress maybe feeling a little pressured because they're kind of in a hurry. But that could be just first impression, okay? Because that's what I feel. First impression might feel off. Yeah. Because some of you have maybe been through this before, been there, done that, right? But yeah, I do feel just a little bit overwhelmed, and it could be this person, they might get a little overwhelmed. Too much of a good thing. So I do think it's just being patient, not going overboard. Yeah, no pressure, which is a very common energy. Empress knows. Yeah, but it could, I feel it's almost like this person pressuring you a little bit because they want to be with you. This is someone going to give you gifts. They're going to spoil you. So if you're not used to that, because often it's about learning to receive if you're not used to that. So it might make you feel pressured, like, you know, but they're just showing you. Okay, they're showing you who they are. So, yeah. See, it's all about co-creating, spending time together. They want to do things with you, likely everything. They'll want to be with you a lot. But I do think this is someone who comes up with they create opportunity to be with you. But I feel the Empress is in this energy as well. So I do think, I mean, it's like the Three of Pentacles, spending time doing stuff, seeing if you're compatible. Yeah, you're both bringing something to the table. I think they're just showing you what they're made of, what they're bringing to the table. So I feel it's kind of interesting because I see here a Queen of Cups who does the same thing. Bends over backwards to please someone, trying to show them that they care, that they're interested, but the other person definitely didn't go for it. Yeah, and I mean, it could be just like I say, they're protecting themselves money, but and it's interesting because now this is somebody kind of feeling the same. So there might be something you've learned from this experience that you're applying to the other one. Yeah, don't bend over backwards to please. Everything in balance. Yeah, just kind of keep it simple at first, but I feel like it's all those first impressions. It takes a little bit of time. Yeah, I'm going to want to look at that. Now it wants me to look at that Four of Pentacles again. Yeah, someone ignoring some because they're protecting their money, everything they work for. This is just, like I say, I think you're just going to go thanks but no thanks to this other person. They are stable. I think both of them are within reason. Tell me about the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so this is where you give up. Someone just giving up. See, putting it behind, giving up, just letting it go. Yeah. To me, it's just like this, the Empress just blowing it off, like, whatever, you know. Yeah. Just put it behind. Feeling a little beat up. I wouldn't be surprised if it's this other person, though. The King of Cups often has that energy, but you can see the Queen of Cups. You're going to couple up with this person and spend time with them. Where it goes, it's hard to say. Just no pressure. It's about not pressuring each other. Cooperating, compromising, and just being together. I feel like it's just, like they just want to be with you. Yeah, someone who kind of longs for love. Yeah, the higher power. High vibration. We'll see the higher power. Oh my goodness. This could turn into a beautiful connection, though. Yeah. Let's have one more look on that. Yeah, see, it's all about doing things by the book. It's about reminiscing about a past relationship, past or situation. See, it's applying the lessons. This person actually will do things by the book. Yeah. Applying lessons, memories from the past. But this is somebody, and the book also is telling me someone who's ready to create new memories. They're very eager to spend time. They're eager to get this going. They are in a little bit of a hurry. They could overwhelm themselves. Often people do with that energy. They overwhelm themselves. They come in very fast, or so enthusiastic, and then they kind of run away a bit. Yeah, this is likely somebody who'll come back in, though. But it could be avoided. Like I say, doing things by the book, slowing her down a little. Yeah, I do see community, getting out, socializing, friends, family. This could go somewhere. When I see that, it shows progression. It shows there's movement, momentum. Yeah, it's all about choosing the one. Nine of Wands, 10 of Wands. See, this is probably somebody who felt like giving up, and then they meet somebody, so they're really, really eager to connect, to spend time, right? And that's what often happens with people. And they kind of, sometimes they self-sabotage a little bit unintentionally. So I think the Empress has got this. The feminine here, who I feel is the higher power, because they're feeling a little overwhelmed, because it's like you're everything they could want. So it's like over-eager. Yeah, but I don't think this is someone going to be... If they rush in and then take a little time out, don't worry about it. And that's why I feel this energy here. It's all about remembering this, applying the lessons now, unless this person is this person, which is very possible. But I honestly don't feel that for a lot of people. Why? Because of the been there, done that energy. It's powerful here. It's in two places, which means somebody rejects you, ignores you, Yeah. I don't think these two people compare, because this is probably this connection is going to, I feel, grow. It's going to gain momentum. It's all about just giving it a chance and being patient. This is someone just showing you they're interested. They really want this. Yeah, they just want to be with you. They just want to do everything with you. So if you get overwhelmed yourself, if you are the feminine, because you feel pressured to spend more time than you want to, and often it is that way, especially with an Empress, because it's a person who's learned all those lessons. It's just cooperating a little and compromising a bit. I do feel it's about building this person is generally very confident. I can see they're confident about how they feel and what it is they want. There's no doubt about it. But it's about lifting them up a little bit, and it isn't going to take very much either by showing them that you're also very interested. But if you're not, you're not. I don't see it with this person. No, I see you going down this path. This person's going to do anything to please you, and that could be something that makes you feel pressured when somebody comes on that strong. So that, I feel, is going to be a bit of an issue for some of you. But like I say, this is someone, things usually calm down with someone like this. After a little time, they calm down a little when they know that you're into them. Because it's about teaming up, building each other up. Yeah, and I do see collaborating, getting together with people. Like this person wants to introduce you to their friends or family. They would be so proud to. They are somebody who can provide. They'll do anything they can to give you what you need. Yeah, they're a bit of a pleaser at first. At first. I think this is someone who, like I say, after a little time, this person will kind of calm down a little bit. Yeah, this could go to the next level. It could go either way. You could go so far. Whether this will actually go the distance, you could come apart. But this is generally two people coming together, going down this path, just spending time. The best thing is always communication, yeah. Being very grounded, gracious. She's just being calm and being patient. It's telling you to be thankful for this opportunity. If you're someone who's been single for a long time and this person comes in, it could get a little much. This is someone who's been independent maybe for a while. Yeah. Yep, I can see that energy. But I feel it's an energy of being gracious and thankful for this opportunity. I think this person's going to spoil you and you're not used to it. With attention, with gifts, by spending time. Oh no. It's all good though. Like I say, it's just saying it's hard to say where it'll go. I think you'll, at some point, the feminine energy will be on the fence. And I do see comparing this to the other. It's like comparing apples to oranges. At least this person puts in the effort. It's all those first impressions, that first little time before it really gets going. Take care. Bye for now.